Hey, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is when you're watching. The 26 or so of you that watch it. If you made it here, if you made it to Telegram, because for the second time this month, no, for the second time since December, my website, TheHighOnNetwork, TheHighOn.net, has been deleted, wiped, gone, hasta la vista. No questions asked, no explanation given. So I've decided, fuck it. For now, I'm going to stick to this Telegram channel. And it's temporary until I find a truly free, and by free I don't mean monetary, I mean where you have freedom to say what you want without being censored. And people ask about anonymity and all that stuff. Frankly, I'm of the thought that they know what you're doing all the time. Anonymity, VPNs, all that stuff, camouflage, doesn't work. They know what you're doing all the time. Once you realize that, you don't care as much because you're not spending your time trying to, keep people from what you're trying to say. You know what I mean? You're not trying to hide. And why do you have to hide anyway? Why do you have to hide anyway? You don't. Let me tell you, they are more scared of you than you are of them. And you shouldn't be scared of them because the only thing they have, their only weapon, is fear. Fear. And they've been using this weapon since day one. Fear. And think about it. I think about it all the time. You sit there and you talk to your friends, your family, whoever you're talking to, your therapist maybe. Speaking of therapists, my best therapist ever, the only one I would ever trust again, was Bob. Bob was the donkey. Donkey. Bob was the donkey that came with the house we rented in Ireland. Badass donkey. Movie star, too. But anyhow, yeah, I don't trust therapists. I trust therapists as much as I trust anybody in a position of power or authority, which means I don't. But as I was saying, all they have is fear. That's the only thing they can get you with. They can get you with fear. One of the greatest things we have to realize, now, by we, I mean me, okay? Because I'm talking to myself like I was saying on the site before and on previous videos. I make these so that I can get myself actually integrating my thoughts, my ideas, my revelations. I need to be constantly reminded because it turns out I'm really good at listening to people and kind of, I won't say guiding, but giving advice as far as to what has worked for me. Hey, maybe it'll work for you, which it always doesn't, but it's a good start. We're all individuals, so what works for me won't work for you. I may take this path and, find the greatest freaking adventure. You get on the same path and you fall off a cliff, So everybody is individual. We shouldn't take somebody else's experience and think that if we do the same thing and they did to get where they are, that we're going to get to the same place. Because nobody is really heading to the same place. We're each heading to our own place. See, that's another one of those things I had no idea was going to come out of my mouth. But yeah, so I wake up and I find that my website's deleted again. Hey, let's do a Telegram channel. Why the hell not? We needed a kick in the ass anyway, right? Got to kick my ass into gear. I got to get shit moving. Got to get stuff done. It's stupid, utterly stupid, to just expect things to change if we're not really invested in making that change. And as of today, I think I am. I think I am. I have people saying, you only got 26 views on whatever on YouTube. I don't give a crap. That's 26 more people than me that are listening to what I'm saying. And frankly, like I say, I'm doing this for me. If anything I say happens to resonate with you, that's awesome. If it doesn't, that's awesome too. We're all different. What I would like all of you that watch to do, though, is leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. You're crazy. Whatever. Well, let's not do it that way. Let's have civil conversations, okay? I'm actually in the middle of having a nice civil conversation with what I'm guessing is someone who is not very familiar with the English language and is pretending to be Elon Musk on Instagram. Oh my God. It's really funny. I'm probably good. I mean, it's still going because I'm entertained. It's much better than watching the news these days, So I'm entertaining myself, and it's quite funny. It's quite funny. And it has changed my mood today, actually. He actually helped. Usually I'd be like, fucking scammer. But I'm like, nah, let's have some fun with this. Let's have some fun with this. So I'm going to keep it going. And I'm going to see how far it'll go. We'll see, right? But anyway, today, did I spit? Anyhow, what we're going to talk about is one of the most important things to consider. I was checking the notes to make sure I worded it properly. But one of the most important things to consider when attempting to navigate the current reality that we are living in. Now, I fully believe that we create our own reality via words, spells. It's called spelling for a reason. We'll get to that some other time probably too, or just Google it, man. There's plenty of people. Go to What the Flock, Flock TV on YouTube. He's awesome and he breaks things down amazingly. Love that guy. But and he does it civilly too, without yelling. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like Alex Jones. And he's trying to get, calmer or whatever. And before you get on Alex Jones, before you get on his ass, before you start with those conspiracy theories that you have about Alex Jones, just know that Alex Jones has been right most of the time. Crazy, right? Okay, so one of the most important things to remember is that, we're constantly trying to eradicate evil. That's everybody's goal. Every country's leader wants to eradicate evil in his own country and sometimes in the world if we're those kind of nation-building countries, where we want to go in and instill our thoughts on other people and our way of life, that kind of thing, right? So they instill fear and everything else in you and, right? This has been going on forever. I keep saying that, but it's been going on forever. And what they've been trying to do is they have been trying to get you to believe that it's possible to have good without evil here in this realm. It's not. You will never, nobody will ever eradicate evil fully, for the simple reason that there's no good without evil. If everything was perfection all the time, you'd be at the next place. You'd be at the place you come from. Might not be the next place. But you would be at your origin. That's perfection. We are here for the human condition. The human condition that we have to navigate consists of dealing with some pretty fucked up things every once in a while. What I'm finding is that the less we focus on these things, the less they, permeate the atmosphere. If you're focusing, see, I'm saying this to me, because now I'm learning from this, and I will learn from this when I get home and I watch it after work again, before I upload it. But if there's something bothering you, something bringing you down, something making you consider things you don't really want to do, what you need to do, what I need to do, is stop obsessing about it. Stop thinking about it all the time. Other people have said it, but it's true. You attract what you put out. I'm figuring this out. Slowly, but I'm figuring it out. And man, I have setbacks. I have setbacks definitely monthly. And sometimes more often than that. Because I forget. I forget that we create our own reality. I forget that words are magic. I forget that we get what we put out. Sometimes tenfold or more. I was on Facebook the other day, and I'm not one to go up there and overshare usually, but some people do. Frankly, I'd rather do other things. But I mean, there's people that are constantly down on themselves, constantly, and it's always the same thing. It's like the patterns I see in my life. I'm like, oh my fuck, I'm here again. How the fuck did this happen again? And excuse the fucks, but it helps. Because it happens. But if we're obsessing about it, it's not going to change. And sometimes I find myself wondering when I'm watching these people talk or listening to them talk and give advice and do all these things, all these, self-help people and YouTube gurus and whatnot, which if you're calling yourself a guru, we won't even go there. But yeah, it's like, what do you do? What do you do? You can't. If you're obsessing over something, that's what you're going to get, because you're not going to have a rational thought while your mind is poisoned by your own thoughts a lot of the times. You are bringing yourself down. Again, talking to me, maybe you're doing it too, but I'm definitely doing this. I bring myself down, and I know that. I put up a good front. I really do. But everything's not peachy all the time, and it's never going to be. It's never going to be peachy all the time while we obsess over what amounts to BS and irrelevant garbage. I say fuck, but I can't say bullshit. What's up with that? Oh my goodness. But yeah, the whole thing of eradicating evil and turning the world into a utopia. Well, the utopia is where you come from. We're not here to be perfect. We're here to learn. We're here to learn lessons. I was asking my wife yesterday, why the fuck do I keep doing this? Why am I on this freaking hamster wheel? I'm trying to dig myself out of quicksand sometimes. It's like, what the? And it always gets to there. And I'm starting to see the patterns. And I don't know the answer yet. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. Because I think the only time you figure out the actual answer is when you can't really tell anybody anymore. Unless you haunt them. Haunt them. See, that's the other thing. That's the other thing which we have drilled into our brains our entire lives, is that this is it. This reality, this is it. This is what we got. This is living. What comes next? Oh, let's not even talk about that. Let's not even talk about that. Or let's talk about that ambiguously. But let's make everyone think that when you leave this realm, that's it. You're dead. Look, I'm not a scientist, thankfully. Not a physicist. But we are made of energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So what does that mean? You are made of energy. You were never created, and you cannot be destroyed. You've always been there. I know it's heady. It doesn't fit in with, 9-to-5 jobs and everything else and busting your ass for an asshole and shit like that. So yeah, I'm trying to convince myself of all this stuff. And it's not even convince myself. It's I'm trying to keep it in there because I forget a lot. I am convinced of many things. So that's that. That's that. Hope you're all doing all right. Hope everybody's got a clear head. I do. Right now. I want to try to keep it there. And you know what? You know what's funny? Life is also a test. It's a school, but there's lots of tests here. And a lot of them are multiple choice. I've always been good at the multiple choice test because, your odds are good. I've also always been good at essays and at writing. And I've been good at navigating things which I know nothing about. So maybe I do know something about them. That's the other thing. What do I know about them? I don't know. You know what else I'm finding? And this is straight from me to myself. That guy there. You might find something worthwhile in this, but what I'm finding is that I lose my train of thought a lot. I completely forgot what I was going to say there. Oh my God. That's incredible. That's incredible. But it happens all the time. I keep getting these booms, these thoughts, and then they just disappear again. They just disappear. Kind of funny. Kind of funny that way. All right, well, share, comment, do what you do. Go to the YouTube channel. Subscribe if you really want to. It would be cool to have conversations with others than just myself. That's all. And I don't want this to be a place of, arguing. I do enough of that with myself. So, but a place for civil discourse would be nice. Okay, well, I think that's it because, shit, I got to get in there. So, thanks for watching. Catch you later.